Taco Fern is one of the rarest plants inside of Roblox Grow a Garden, only available for a short time back in the cooking update. And this plant was also very difficult to get in the cooking update as well. But we actually got a hold of a Taco Fern seed, and we decided to attempt to get every single mutation on the Taco Fern, including the cooking mutations, to give this thing an extra little buff to it. So make sure to watch until the end of the video to see the Taco Fern with every mutation and to see the value of it. We're going to spawn in our Triceratops, and then we're going to get our sprinklers ready. So we have a Grandmaster sprinkler we're going to use. We're going to put that right there. And then we're going to stack on top of that a Master, a Godly, Advanced, and Basic. And then we're going to put the Taco Fern right inside of there. All of our cats are sleeping over here, though. Hold on. All right, I'm going to put the Taco Fern right in here, just so we can get multiple moon cats to grow on it, which I think right here is about 3 of them. All right, that should be good. Let's go ahead and move that back in here by the sprinklers, and that should give us hopefully a pretty big Taco Fern. I almost just died by lightning. It almost just struck me. All right, so this thing's only at 1%. I guess we can buy some watering cans to get this process sped up a little bit. Oh, wow, that actually made it jump up. I don't know why the watering cans, like, unstuck the progress. So now it's at 39%. Let's spam our watering cans on it some more. Let's see what that gets it to. All right, we're up to 54, 55%. Pretty good. Let's see what the Triceratops does. I don't know how big this thing's going to be. Oh, okay. Well, he just smacked it, and now it's at 99%. However, how did the tacos grow on this thing? All right. It's been smacked. I think that made good progress. I don't know. This still looks kind of small. All right, so our Triceratops just again hit our Taco Fern, but this looks pretty small. I'm not gonna lie. So what I think I'm gonna do real quick is let me get my main account over here. I'm gonna hit grow all, get these picked up, and then I'm gonna try to get bigger ones because I don't think these are going to be big enough. So let me grow all real quick. Let me pick that up. Let's try this again. So I'm gonna do another Grandmaster right here. We're gonna do another regular Master, Godly, Advanced, and Basic. I guess I'll trowel it real quick into these guys. Let their Mooncat abilities make it hopefully get big. All right, then we're gonna move it back, and I'm just gonna wait a little bit and see what kind of size we get for the next one, and hopefully this next time around it's much bigger than that. This is not nearly as big as we can get this thing. I know it. So yeah, like, see, like, that's probably a little bit better, I think. All right, so this Taco Fern looks much better than this one. This one's like only like a 2-piece Taco Fern. This one has like multiple pieces, so I don't know if that really matters, but this one's still pretty big. So I think we're good here on the size. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up all these Mooncats so they stop meowing in my ears, and then we're gonna go over to our sprays, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this Windstruck because we have Pterodactyls, so this will just be a free mutation to convert this thing to Rainbow. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this Windstruck on there. We're gonna apply this Chocolate on there, Shocked, and Pollinated, and then we have Honey Sprinkler, so I'll just use one of these Honey Glaze sprays, and then that should bring us to 5 mutations. It's technically gold does not count towards getting Rainbow, so we have our other 5 mutations that will count now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in our Queen Bee here to start her cooldown for our Butterfly, and that way the Queen Bee has about 7 minutes less of a cooldown. She'll cool down, make our Butterfly's cooldown go to 0, and then our Butterfly will convert this Taco Fern to Rainbow. And then in the meantime, over here on my main account, I'm also going to spawn a Queen Bee over there, and then also my Kitsune pet. So that way the Kitsune will steal this eventually, and then apply Foxfire Chakra or normal Chakra, or even both. All right, well, anyways, I'll be right back. We're going to wait till this thing gets Rainbow. All right, our Queen Bee's cooldown is done. She is now giving her cooldown powers to the Butterfly, and the Butterfly is going to take our mutations from this Taco Fern and convert it to Rainbow. Because Rainbow is such a better multiplier than Gold, so this will give us some more money in the end. All right, so we're good here. These pets are good. We don't need them right now. And now that this thing is Rainbow, we can go ahead and reapply all those sprays. So we're going to go ahead and put our Pollinated back onto there. We'll put our Shocked back onto there. We also have a Burnt Spray, Honey Glazed. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. We have Fried, and then we also have Chocolate. So there we go. We have 9 mutations applied. We still have more. Hold on. So then over here, my main account, I'm going to apply the Cloud Touch spray, and then I'm also going to apply Verdant, and I'll also apply Wet. So now we already have all these mutations from just sprays, but the reason why we did Verdant is so we can get that converted to Paradisal as soon as there's a heat wave. So that'll save us some time. And then we also got Wet, so then we can use our Kappas to convert Wet into Bloodlet. So that'll save us some time there as well. Then next up, we have to just wait for our Kitsune to cool down, and then that will apply Chakra. So this brings us up to 10 mutations. Once the kitsune comes over, we'll have 11. And now we can start working on some of our other mutations from our pets. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in 2 disco bees so we can work on getting the disco mutation applied. I'm going to spawn in the corrupted kitsune so we can get corrupt chakra or corrupt foxfire chakra. We'll also go ahead and place down 2 kappas so we can get this thing to turn bloodlit. All right, and then I guess we'll go ahead and spawn in 2 chicken zombies to attempt to get zombified. And then so we can get one of our pets done and out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in my Raiju here. Or actually, before I spawn him in, I'm going to buy a carrot seed. I'm also going to favorite this just so I don't accidentally touch that. We're going to plant the carrot seed. We're going to spray the shocked spray onto it. And then we're going to spawn in my Raiju. And my Raiju will eat the shocked carrot and then apply static to our Taco Fern. This will be our pet lineup for now. All right, some of our pet cooldowns are done here. So our Raiju is going to eat that shocked carrot back there now. Look at him charge it. All right, and now he's going to apply static. We got our Disco Bee doing something, and we got Disco done. That is 3 pets we can move out of the way. So our Disco Bees are done here, and our Raiju is also done. And now we do have Disco and static applied to our Taco Fern, which is awesome. So I think I'm going to next get out my Spaghetti Sloth, because this guy is pretty much guaranteed 3 mutations to get Spaghetti. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn him in so we can get that done and out of the way. I guess I'll go ahead and spawn in our Corrupted and Tranquil Scarlets, because we do need to get Corrupt and Tranquil on our Taco Fern. So I'm gonna spawn these guys in because they have those mutations on them, and they do have like 25-minute cooldowns. So I'm really hoping that we can get these ones done and out of the way. All right, our chicken zombie just applied zombified to our Taco Fern, so that is another pet done and out of the way. All right, so I guess the next pet we would spawn in is the Tanuki to try to get Moonlit, but I am wanting to try and get this thing Bloodlit first. The only thing is the Tanuki can't give us Moonlit, which is fine. However, the Kappas, they're trying to give us Bloodlit at the moment, which we need the wet mutation for, and the Tanukis can possibly make this frozen, and if it's frozen, then we can no longer get Bloodlit. So we're gonna try and wait for the Kappas to do their thing, and I guess in the meantime, we will just go ahead and spawn in our pterodactyls here so we can try to get tempestuous done and out of the way. All right, I'm going to experiment and see if I give our corrupt kitsune a medium and small pet toy, if it will increase our chances of getting corrupt foxfire chakra. So let's go ahead and see. He's kind of moving. It's actually going to make the cooldown instant once I do the medium, but try to be quick. All right, see? Okay, I actually just did nothing and it made his cooldown go, but the boost didn't help us even get the regular corrupt chakra. There we go. We got chakra applied to our Taco Fern. That looks kind of scary. All right, Spaghetti Sloth, what are you going to give us first? It doesn't really matter because he's going to give us everything over time anyways. He's got to crawl his way all the way to the Taco Fern. Come on, you can make it. All right, Meatball is number 1. So now we just need to wait for him to give us sauce and pasta. I guess to increase our chances, by the way, I do have 13 gourmet eggs, so I am going to place these down so we can maybe get more spaghetti slots. Oh, Pterodactyl applied Windstruck, and first times the charm, we got Tempestuous added to our Taco Fern, which is perfect. The rest of our pets here, we gotta wait for these Kappas to give us Bloodlit. Our Spaghetti Sloth is still being slow, of course, and then these guys need to give us Corrupt and Tranquil. All right, we have a sandstorm going on right now. I'm going to try and move our Taco Fern over here to the corner and see if maybe for the first time in our lives we can get Sandy on one of these things, dude. It's been a struggle to ever get Sandy. I don't know if the Grandmaster Sprinkler would help at all for trying to get the Sandy mutation. I think that's, again, just for, like, Rainbow and Gold. And it looked like it got Sandy for a second, but it didn't. I thought I saw an effect down here that looked like it would be Sandy, but no. Our luck is terrible. I'm going to move this back over here and be sad now that we didn't get Sandy. All right, so our Sloth just applied pasta to our Taco Fern now. So now this thing has meatball and pasta. So now we just got to get him to apply sauce, and then we will have this thing turned to spaghetti. These Kappas are still struggling. Our Corrupted Kitsune is still struggling, and we're also still waiting for Tranquil and Corrupted to hopefully get applied from these 2 Scarlets we have with those mutations on them. We're struggling a little bit on these mutations. I really hope that we can get some cool events to happen, like another sandstorm, so we can actually get Sandy. Okay, well, with all of our efforts trying to get our Taco Fern returned bloodlet from our Kappas did not give us bloodlet. And then, of course, we get a frost weather event. So now we can't get bloodlet because we can't put wetback on it since this is already frozen. But I wish there was a better way to get bloodlet besides waiting for the event and this Kappa. I guess we will spawn in then our Tanukis to try and get us moonlit since our Kappas failed us. All right, our spaghetti sloth just applied sauce to our taco fern, which means this thing is officially spaghettied. So now we have a spaghetti taco fern. So our spaghetti sloth has done his service. He is done here with his work today. We can go and pick him up. And now we just gotta wait for these tanukis to give us moonlit, and for this guy to give us corrupt, and for this guy to give us corrupt chakra. And hopefully while we wait for all this, we'll get some more events. There could possibly be a nighttime event in 3 minutes if it happens every 4 hours like it normally has. All right, I guess I got big brain power, and the only reason I know that night events happen every 4 hours is because there's a Grow Garden bot that tells you like when events and seeds and stuff are in the shop. So if you want to have access to that bot, you can join my Discord server, discord.com/invite/bandites, or just click the link in the description. That's much easier. And there's a Grow Garden channel, and you can get access to all the events and cool things. Anyways, that's how I know that usually night events happen every 4 hours, which now we have moonlit done, and we can get rid of these tanukis because they are good. They have done their job. Not really, they didn't do anything for us, but yeah. Anyways, we're gonna let our raptors level up a little bit here. I think I do have some treats for them. Yes, I do. So I'm gonna try to get these guys to level up a little bit faster, so that way we can have higher amber chances for them. All right, so I just got back after about an hour of AFKing. Let's see what has happened since we were gone. Let's go ahead and check our big taco fern here. So it looks like we did finally get corrupt added onto this thing after about an hour, so that's good. Did we get anything else to happen? It looks like we didn't get any sandy, any events. We just have moonlit. We didn't get celestial. We didn't get a heat wave. So wow, our luck was bad for events. And it also looks like we still have not gotten harmonized chakra. We still just have regular chakra. So our corrupted kitsune here is not doing very good for us, it looks like, but we can go ahead and pick up our other corrupt scarlet there. We can keep our mimic octopus and our corrupt kitsune. Okay, so our mimic octopus finally like mimicked our corrupt kitsune, even though our corrupt kitsune hasn't done anything for us. The mimic octopus actually clutched for us and got us that harmonized chakra done. So with that, we are done with all of our pet mutations. We are up to 19 mutations on our taco fern. However, if we do separate some of these, like tempestuous, we'd be up to 20. Spaghetti would be up to 22. And harmonized chakra would bring us up to 24. So we do have like 24 mutations on this. The only things we're missing is celestial, aurora, sandy, and a heat wave to actually get that verdant to become paradisal. And then I guess the other last thing that we're missing is amber. And those are pretty much all the legit mutations that we could get on this. And that wouldn't include any of the admin ones, of course, but those are the few of the legit ones that we're actually missing. But besides that, this thing is pretty much good. I think I'm going to try it to see what the value is of it, and we're going to use our raptors here to hopefully get amber. So hopefully this time we'll get amber applied so we can have an extra mutation done and added onto our taco fern. So without further ado, raptors, please help. All right, let's try this out. All right, we picked it up. Did we get amber on it? I can't tell. So yeah, I guess we didn't get amber. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just check the value of our taco fern here, and hopefully it's worth a lot. I mean, this thing I feel like could have been a little bit bigger, and maybe we could have got some of the other legit mutations and, you know, not including the admin ones to make this more. I feel like we might have gotten a pretty good one here, and it should be worth a lot. So we're gonna go ahead and check with our boy Steven here and see what this taco fern is worth. So Steven, what are we looking at today for the taco fern? Okay, so this thing is worth 46 billion. And again, it's not even that big of one. I definitely think we could have gotten a bigger one. It doesn't even look like a taco or anything at this point. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below if this thing is worth getting all the mutations for. All right, well, I think first things first, to get this garden started, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in my disco bees here. So we have 6 of the rarest pets in the game ready to give us some disco mutations on our plants. They can't do anything until I get some seeds growing. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess start with 2 strawberry seeds instead of carrots this time around, and that way I can maybe get a couple of strawberries mutated right off the bat. We'll see. Okay, they're waiting. This guy is waiting. He might be ready to give me a mutation already.
Nope.
All right, well, I'm gonna need some extra money a little bit faster. We do have some strawberries growing, but maybe I can convince this guy over here to give me a nice plant of his for possibly a raccoon or something in my inventory. Oh, wait, this person has mushrooms. This might be good. Oh, they have some pretty good stuff, actually. Let me take a nice little look in here on something that we can maybe trade him for. I need some quick money. I don't know if anything in here is worth it, actually. I thought I could possibly give you something, but I'm gonna need some better crops. In the meantime, we pretty much gotta wait for all of our disco bees to start discoing all over our strawberries. Huh? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sell this, though. We're gonna try to expand our garden as much as we can so we have more plants ready for our bees to do their thing on. So, there's a tomato seed in stock. I would buy that. Oh, there's an apple seed, man. I'm gonna need more money, quick. Carrots, quick money, please. We just missed an apple tree. Why can't one of you do something? If you guys could have just discoed all over this, we would have been able to get an apple tree. All right, sell the inventory. We're at 652. Still not enough for that apple tree, but, yeah, no, there's no way we're gonna make that. I think I definitely could probably bribe someone and get some pretty easy money if I give him a disco bee. So I might server hop around and see if I can find a rich person. Oh, wait, this guy has one bill who just joined. This might be a good thing. Hold on. Yo. He left. He left. Oh, wait. Someone else with one bill. Look at this. Look what I have. Look at this. I got a disco bee. What have you been selling? This doesn't look very, spicy. All right, how much is the rainbow strawberry gonna give us? I need some rainbow money. What do we got? 900. All right, that's a good jump. We can at least get something in the thousands now. But we can't get the coconut seed or the bamboo, the stuff I actually want. But we can get a daffodil. Sure, why not? We'll get a daffodil and an orange tulip. And I guess we'll get a gravestone while we're at it and pay respects to my channel. All right, daffodil's done. What do we got? 2K, all right. We still don't have enough for any bamboo, and I could definitely make some good money with the bamboo and the coconut seed. Oh, here we go. Tortoise has 16.2 bill. Oh, yes. This is what I'm looking for. This will give me a good jump. I will trade. You're a rich man, Mr. Tortoise. I can tell by your top hat. Wow, look at this. This is a beautiful garden he's got. Let me go make a deal with this guy. Tortoise. No, he left. All right, this is a good sign. We joined the server in Olive Garden's here with 4.9 billion. Olive Garden. This garden looks incredible. This is actually really awesome, but what is this? Oh, that's a disco grape. I will trade that. Yo, wait, hold on. Celestial Shock Disco. Yo, hold on. Yo, Olive Garden. I'll trade Deco B for that Deco grape. All right, let's see if he's gonna grab it. Is he gonna grab it? He's going up there. Oh, wait. Oh, he has another one right there. Okay. Oh, he grabbed it. All right. Bro, get your big head out of the way. This is Olive Gardenized business right now, my man. Okay, he gave it to me. Here. Yo. Take it. Thank you. Let's go. Successful trade. I think that's a pretty successful trade. I don't think anyone else would ever have done that in their life, but I'm gonna do it in my life because I need the money. But bam, we just made 91 million. That's a decent trade for me for this startup, so I can actually get my garden looking fresh. So that was worth it in my eyes for right now, so I can make some quick money. So now we can get these watermelons. Now we can get these pumpkins. Bro, thank you. He's actually so hyped. Wait, he said, hold on, and he's taking a look at my Disco Bee army right now. How do you have so much? One of the devs is my dad. So my goal now is to just try and expand my farm as much as I can here and hopefully get some nice disco mutations on my plants. And we're just gonna keep an eye on the seed shop and try to get some good stuff. Oh, you know what? We can actually trade these pollinated plants. Aha, here we go. So this will be enough for this, but I need 3 things of honey. Come on, get that big blueberry. Get that big blueberry. Get that big yeah, let's go. I can get honey. We got honey brewing. Don't mind if I do. Here we go. We got a flower seed pack, and then I guess I might as well grab some lavender. All right, there we go. We got some stuff. All right, flower seed pack. Give me your best creation. What do we got? Give me something that's gonna make me some money. A lilac? I will take that. Boom, we got a lilac. All right, the garden is still looking very newbie. It's just flowers and kind of junk. We're just gonna have to keep an eye out for the good stuff, I guess. And, oh, dragon fruit seed. Perfect timing, actually. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. We got a lilac, and we just got a dragon fruit seed. Now we can actually start looking not so newbie. All right, well, now is the fun part of us just kind of stocking the seed shop and waiting for something good to pop in while we also wait for some disco mutations. All right, so we're still grinding some seeds. We got some watermelon, pumpkin, and bamboo. And while we were waiting, all of the disco bees tried to apply disco mutations, but only one of them was successful. So we have a disco lilac now. All right, so as you can see, it's literally 5 in the morning. I've been just AFK buying seeds for like the last 2 or 3 hours to see what I would get. And I actually was able to pull a beanstalk. So if we actually check our seeds here, we got a cacao, we got some cactuses. Again, we're not counting the candy blossoms right now. We did get some watermelons, pumpkins, a coconut, bamboo, 95 bamboo, by the way, 3 dragon fruits, and a beanstalk. So that's some pretty good pulls tonight. So I'm gonna check the shop one more time, and then we're gonna start planting all this stuff. We got some more watermelon and some more pumpkins. Okay, nice. Collect all the blueberries and sell these because I don't really want the bees to target these since they're not as good for money. So we're gonna destroy all this. All right, we're gonna sell this, see how much we get, because we did have a disco one in there. Only 8K, the disco can't save blueberries, they're not that good. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and grow these dragon fruit seeds right next to the other one. We're also gonna put our beanstalk down. I guess we'll do that over here in this empty plot. Cacao seed over here by the dragon fruits, and that should be pretty good. And then we're just gonna stick all of our watermelon and pumpkins over here in the same spot. 2 cactuses, hopefully these will get pretty big. And then we also have a coconut seed, so I'm gonna also plant that over here. And then last but not least, we actually have 95 bamboo. So I'm gonna just stick it all in this plot here. So hopefully we can actually make up to a build. That would be pretty cool to see, but I don't know. We'll have to just come back in the morning or whenever I wake up, see what we get. All right, there we go. We got all the bamboos in one spot, perfect. And to top things off too, we actually got quite a few watering cans and sprinklers. We got some godly sprinklers and advanced sprinklers. Godly one in the middle of all this if I can. There we go. And then I will also throw a advanced one in here somewhere. All right, perfect. And I'm also gonna throw just some basic sprinklers in here as well, just to help speed up the growth of all these plants. All right, perfect. So everything is being watered. I'm gonna use my watering can to get this beanstalk grown since that's our best bet for money. All right, that was like 200 watering cans on the beanstalk. It's only at 26%. So this is gonna be a pretty big beanstalk. Oh, it's at 31 now. All right. Still, that's gonna be a pretty big beanstalk. I think too, just to hopefully help us get a little bit more money, I am gonna get rid of these corn plants and the tomatoes. I'm gonna sell these. No way. I'm gonna sell these. No way I just did that. How did it misfire? Oh my bro. I'm actually so sad. The rest of this should be fine. It should make us good money. And I think the disco bees will pull through. All right, so it's the next day and we have gotten all of our stuff to grow here. And as you can see, there is a lot of disco plants that we got. So these bees were up to some good work overnight. I see a lot of disco mutations, so we should be able to make some good money. And I see a lot of pollinated plants as well. And it looks like we also had some lightning hit overnight because there's some shocked plants as well. We should be able to make some pretty good money today. I'm gonna go ahead and start picking up some of the stuff. So we do have some shocked and disco plants, which will be some really good money. So the dragon fruit has a lot of shocked plants. Some of these are disco, but it looks like the bees mostly targeted the bamboo. It looks like a whole disco party going on within the bamboo. Okay, and we actually have a beanstalk up there that's disco. I do see a disco up here for the dragon fruit, but I'm gonna have to figure out how to climb. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and check. Let's go ahead and search disco. And this is how much stuff we actually have gotten discoed. Let's go ahead and check this dragon fruit here. It is pollinated, it is shocked, it is on disco mode right now. Let's see how much this is going to be worth. That is 1 mil. Okay, that's not too bad. I thought it was gonna be more than that. Let's check the bamboo here. How much is this disco bamboo worth? About 500K. Okay, still not too bad. I was expecting a little bit more, honestly, but this one should make us some pretty good money here. Pollinated disco frozen beanstalk. Let's go ahead and check the value of this. This will give us 3.5 million. Okay, so I think we're gonna make some pretty good money overall. Let's get the grand reveal here of how much we're gonna make. We're gonna sell the inventory, and let's see how much we make. 113 million overnight. Okay, so we're at 186 million. Honestly, I expected more, but I think it's really because we would have had that cacao, and we would have probably had more seeds if we actually kept through this overnight. Disco Bees, you have done well. I thank you for your service. Thanks for making a lot of my bamboo disco. All right, so here we are at our broke garden. All right, well, I guess we'll start out with some carrot seeds. I'm gonna go ahead and buy all these. All right, so I got my 2 carrot seeds to start my farm off, and hey, look at that. Your first carrot. I'm so broke on this account. Ooh, at least I look handsome. Look, I'm mewing right now. All right, our first 2 carrots have been grown. Let's go ahead and sell these. What the? Did you just put your grape sack on me? All right, Steven. Hey, I'd like to sell my inventory. What can you do for me with that? 57 shekels. Wow. I'm gonna be rich in no time. Now, with the 57 shekels I have, I guess I might as well go ahead and buy our first strawberry seeds. And this thing will be good because we can actually reuse it. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it right here. But wait for that to grow. I'll go ahead and check out this guy's garden over here who literally has the Amazon rainforest in his garden and feel bad about mine. Wow, you have a really nice garden. No, but honestly, my garden's better. Like, we can claim some free coins in the forever pack, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I guess we'll grow some more carrots in the meantime, and then we'll get one more strawberry. Let's go ahead and put that strawberry there, and then we'll do some quick carrots here. If we're lucky, we might get a cool mutation, like rainbow, on one of these carrots as they grow. Or we'll just get carrots, you know, that's fine too. I love carrots. All right, well, we have 2 more strawberry seeds in stock. I'll go ahead and yoink those, and I guess we'll do 1 more carrot in the meantime. The strawberry plants are finally starting to sprout, which is good. We got 2 more, so let's just keep letting these grow. Oh, we can collect these. Oh, we're gonna get rich. I got 1 strawberry. I'm rich. All right, Steven, how much you want to give me for these strawberries, my man? 62 shekels. All right, we got some more carrot seeds and some more strawberries. For some quick money, I guess we'll stick with the carrots for now. All right, 355. We're getting some money now. However, we still need a little bit more to get these blueberry seeds, and then we'll really start seeing some progress. And also, we need 800 for that tomato seed. We should be able to buy our first blueberry plant now. There we go. I would like to buy your blueberry seed. And we did all that work for 1 blueberry seed. But this has got to make us some bank, right? You're going to take a while to grow, huh? Yeah, you're going to take a while. But you're going to be big. You're going to be a big boy. Oh, man, these strawberries make me sick. All right, selling the inventory again. Under 24. I guess we'll just keep racking up on the strawberries for now. And we'll just have a little section dedicated to strawberries. But look, we're getting quite a few now. So they don't really make a lot of money, but you do get quite a few of them. So it's better than wasting more money on carrots. Ooh. Ooh. We might get some mutations. All right, our blueberry is done. And now we're getting some rain. And look at that. We got a golden strawberry growing. Oh, yes. Gold strawberry. Perfect. You know what? Hey, look at this. I got something too. Oh, wait. Banana? 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 I take banana? Oh, he's going. Oh, he's gonna give me a flower. I'm so sad. Could have had something. I'll take your banana though. All right, we got 600 from that. That golden strawberry did us some work there. It got us some help. We get another blueberry seed. I guess I probably should have bought the tomato seed, but that's fine. I'm sure we're gonna have some more mutations here, and the wet will really help. We got fresh blueberry! Oh wow, that's so yummy! Look at this giant strawberry I just got. Now I'm starting to see some progress. Now my life isn't completely over with. I might actually make some money. All right, let's sell the inventory. We got 800. All right, we're doing better now. We're doing better. I'm starting to see progress, which I'm happy about. Oh wait, hold on. Orange tulips. There's quite a few of them. But I kind of want to get 1 tomato seed at least. I'm gonna do that, and we'll grab the tulip in a second. But I want to grab. I'm trying to get stuff where I don't have to keep rebuying because we're trying to save up some money. So since this hood guy over here offered me his banana, I'm gonna grow him a tulip. All right, I got my tulip. Hey, since you showed me your banana, I grew you this tulip. Here you go. He's spinning. He's excited. Friend request. Oh, look at that. We're friends now. Oh, yay! Now me and my friend here, we're gonna make so much money together with a 10% boost. Did you bring me something? What is that? Bamboo? He just gave me golden bamboo just because I gave him a tulip. Thank you so much, man. Let's see. I'm in the 200,000s now. Just because I made friends with this guy. Thank you so much, man. Let's see. Now that I'm got some money, I could definitely stock up on some more seeds here and stuff. So I guess we'll go ahead and buy out the blueberries, get those growing. We'll keep up on our strawberry collection, and let's just buy up all the tulips. I got money now. I got money. Tulips, 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 tulips. That man over there has got a nice pair of tulips that I would like to kiss. Bruh. All right, this place is starting to take shape. Got a bunch of tulips. We got a lucky harvest. You found an orange tulip. Give me my tulip. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead and sell this. What are we gonna make here? We gotta make some money. 18K. We're going up in the world now. We're making money. We are actually profiting quite a bit now. And more tomato seeds. What else has restocked? Please be something decent. Nothing. There's nothing else. No! No, my friend! My friend left! My friend! What did you do to him? What did you do to him? Watermelons. And we got more tomatoes. Perfect. Wait. Oh, wait, they have a mythical egg for 8 mil. I don't have that kind of money, but I'll get one common egg because I could get one of these guys, and I don't know what they do, but sure. I'll buy 2 though. I bought 1. I forget there's stock. I gotta remember there's a stock. Maybe I'll buy some watering cans. Let's go open this egg. We gotta make some more money, so egg time. I gotta wait 10 minutes for that? All right, sprinkler, do your thing on my tomatoes. Yeah. Ooh, we got our first watermelon. Yeah, watermelon. Another watermelon grown. Oh wait, these grow and then they just die. Okay, but I'll take this. I need the money anyways. All right, we got some watermelons. Tomatoes are pretty much done. We got to see what they grow. And then we have all these blueberries. I don't know if the blueberries are going to be worth it very soon. I might have to get rid of all these too, but we'll keep it for now. Ooh, I see some golds and stuff in there. I see some sparklies. Let's just go ahead and sell everything. Thank you. Look at that big boy. Look at these big boys. Oh, yeah, maybe the sprinkler did help a little bit with these. These are some big guys. Look at these big guys. These are some big guys. Okay, I only got 1,600 for that. Bamboo. This is new. This is good. All right, we're gonna bamboo that. There we go. We got some bamboo growing. Good stuff. We got a bunny hopping around. Here's some carrots for you. All right. This is good. I'm happy we got some bamboo, and bamboo grows quick. Oh, we can actually buy some more bamboo seeds with that, what we just made. Okay, cool. We're gonna be so rich with this bamboo. I could feel it in my veins, in my body, in my stink. Can you feel this, Mitch? We're gonna be so rich together. We're gonna buy mansions. We're gonna buy Bugattis, Lambos, anything you could think of. When this bamboo grows in, we're gonna be so rich. What do you think, Mitch? What do you think? Remember when my man gave me the golden one? How much does this sell for, Steven? How much is this worth to you, Steven? 40K. 40K. Mitch, we're gonna be rich, man. We're gonna be rich. We're gonna be rich, Mitch. We're gonna be rich, Mitch. There's more bamboo seeds that need to be bought. Oh wait, I don't have any money. All right, so what I'm gonna do real quick, because we're gonna make it be rich. So I'm gonna sell my inventory real quick with all this bamboo. We're gonna make 94K. Okay, never mind. I thought we were gonna be more rich than that because that one was worth 40K, but that's fine. But what I'm gonna do with that now is I have 90K. We're gonna buy this bamboo stock in here. Okay, that's gonna help us a lot. And we got some daffodils. Bamboo seeds, good step. And it's night and it's raining. So that can only mean we're gonna get some more bonuses, buffs, things, mutations. Oh, we got a moonlit bamboo already. All right, this is good. I like this. This is good. We might get some moonlit daffodils. But anyways, I'm gonna go take my potty break while this all gets moonlit. And then hopefully we'll make some good money when I get back. Later. All right, I'm back from my stinky break. Let's see what we have. We got only 1 moonlit bamboo, it looks like. But all of the other bamboo is still grown. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab all this. And we got a pretty big daffodil, which is nice. Then we have a few moonlit ones. Bunch of moonlit tomatoes. Or I guess celestial. Okay, okay. Some pretty good stuff in there. And I think that was it. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Will we become rich? Let's see it. Will this make me rich? Please. 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 800K! We're almost at 1 million shekels now. We're rich. No way. And right now there's one beanstalk, but I don't have 10 mil. But I can get some more bamboos. Things are getting chilly. We might be able to make some progress. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get that beanstalk seed though. That is crazy that there's one right now. We gotta get to... I'm so cold. I'm so cold. An uncommon. I'll buy that. All right, plop the egg down, and I'm gonna water and can these bamboos. One's chilled. That's good. That's good. He's chilled, but yeah, I don't think the rest are. Yeah, we got 77K. We didn't make any money. We didn't make any money, but. Why must you taunt me? Oh, it's gone. The beanstalk is gone. It is so sad that it's gone now. Okay. Well, I guess this is where we start waiting. We're gonna need to wait around and get some good seeds and kind of swap up the garden a little bit. I'm not gonna make a lot of progress with the strawberries, the blueberries, or even the tomatoes. The tomatoes that are getting mutated, though, might be decent money. This is gonna take a while, so I guess we'll just wait for the restocks and see what we get. While collecting seeds, this guy wants to give me this giant mango. So, thank you, sir. And, now I have this big old mango that I can sell and make some money off of. 12K, okay. That's a generous donation. Thank you, my man. Thank you so much, actually.
2 hours later.
All right, so it's blood moon time right now, and I have a blood banana. So we're gonna grow this and hopefully make some money. I pretty much just went through and bought every better seed that I possibly could in the shop, and we're gonna grow all of this. The main thing I got here was 83 bamboo seeds. I do want to shout out my friend Binks for helping me buy seeds while I was AFK. Although she stole my man, Mr. Wake, from me and is also trying to steal my girl now, I'd still thank you, and I have forgive you now. All right, so our egg also prepared itself while we were gone, so I'm gonna go ahead and hatch this and see what we get. And we got, oh my god, it's a kitty cat. Oh, it's so cute. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grow my blood banana right here, and I guess we'll just throw in all of our stuff that we got. So I'll throw my cactuses in here as well. And I'm assuming these pumpkins are going to be pretty big, so I'm going to put them back here. We got some coconut seeds, and we got 83 bamboo seeds. So I guess we'll just take up some space for these. I'm going to have to grow a lot of these, but this will be some pretty good money, and these grow pretty quick. So this should give us a boost, probably into the millions, I would hope, I would think. And if we're fast enough with this, we could probably buy a couple of the Blood Moon shop items before the Blood Moon ends, but we got to be quick. I'm going to go ahead and add these apple seeds in here, because that's a part of our quest. We can get a seed pack for that, and then I'm gonna throw a mango right there. And then we also got some more watermelons, so I guess I'll just start growing these over here. And it's gonna be a little sporadic, but right now I'm just trying to focus on spacing things out a little bit until we get like a ton of stuff, but there we go. So now we gotta wait for the mango to grow, the apple to grow, and pretty much everything else to grow. These are gonna take some time. All right, all the bamboos, and some of these are celestials. That's gotta make some bank. Come on, make us some bank. 3.2 mil, we finally passed our first mil. We're making some money now. All right, so all of that was worth grinding all those seeds out. Now, I could buy some moon melons. 4 of these moon melons. Look at this, the garden is taking off. We're going places now. And we're just gonna keep waiting for this to restock them. We're gonna wait for all these plants to grow and see how much money we make, and we'll just keep waiting for restocks.
1 hour later.
All right, so I've waited about like an hour or so, and we have another blood moon here, so I did just pick up some more seeds for some blood bananas. We also got some more moon melons, which I actually planted back here, so these are all gonna be growing. And yeah, but a lot of this stuff is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and start harvesting some of these. We have some watermelons with bloodlet on them. So let's go ahead and grab these watermelons, and I guess we'll just start grabbing some of these apples. I have a quest for the apples first, and then I can get a seed pack. So hopefully I get something decent from doing that. But we have quite a bit here. So we also have some mangoes. Like our garden's actually starting to take off and look like something. So I think I'm doing good. I think I'm making good progress. We also have some, okay, some of our mangoes are bloodlit. And we're gonna make some good money, I think. We're gonna make some really good money this run. And let's just sell what we have so far and see how much we make from this. All right, 293K, that's pretty good. And we got a badge, spiky, just like my poops. Think we're good to just collect all this stuff. So let's grab all of our blood bananas here. And can I grab, do I not have any like blood melons ready? I thought these were all done. I thought these were technically done, but maybe not. Okay, that's fine. At least we got some more blood bananas. We got some of these pumpkins we can yoink. Bro, this apple tree I got, this thing is humongous. This one, I don't know why it grew so big. Here's some good money here. We have like a bunch of bamboo, probably like 100 pieces of bamboo. A lot of it was bloodlit, so that should be good. We got some more seeds, and hopefully this makes money. Now, once these blood melons actually fully grow and we can collect these, I think these will stock up our shekels. In the meantime, let's just go ahead and sell all this and see what happens when we get this sold. Please get some good money. 1.4 million. Okay, we're back in the 1.7 million range. I honestly thought we were gonna have way more than that, so I'm a little sad, honestly. All right, real quick, I forgot. We gotta check our quest drop. So let's see what we get from doing all of that work. All right, here we go. +1 seed pack. The moment of truth for all of our hard work. Please be something good inside. Spinning, spinning. Please, please be decent. Please be decent. Okay, at least it's a mythical. We'll go ahead and plant our dragon fruit right here, and we'll wait for him to grow. All right, I was AFK for a second, but we gotta hurry and sell these blood bananas and these moon melons and pretty much everything we have, because there is a seed in the shop right now that I really want. You probably will know exactly what it is when I say it is worth 2.5 million to buy this thing. And I'm at 1.6 million, and the shop's about to reset within about 2 minutes, so I gotta hurry. Sell my inventory, and 800,000. I'm literally right there to buying it, but I'm not there yet. Oh, we gotta hurry, we gotta hurry. All right, go, 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 go. Get all the apples, get everything, and we just gotta sell. We gotta make just a little bit of money. All right, sell. What do I get for all this? Please, I got some gold stuff. Give me enough, give me enough, give me enough. Yes, let's go. I'm at 2.5 million. All right, we can buy this, we can buy this. All right. It is right down here. It is the next best thing next to the beanstalk. Boom, we just bought a seed for 2.5 million. We just got the cacao, and we're gonna go ahead and place this bad boy down right here, and that should be some good money once this thing grows. All right, well, we haven't gotten any bloodlit mutations, but it is a meteor shower right now, and we did just get celestial on our cacao right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect these, and we're gonna see how much we can sell them for. Celestial cacao, let's see. We're gonna see how much it's worth. That will give us, oh my, 1.1 million for just this little thing. We're definitely gonna sell this, and this was definitely a good investment to buy that plant over there. Cacao tree. So I'm gonna sell my inventory, and we're now at 1.3 million again. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go through and buy seeds over here. Oh, if this dragon fruit was growing, that probably would have affected it. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more of these moon melons, and that'll be some more seeds from that, and then these blood bananas, because I'm just pretty much trying to get whatever best options I have right now. And these are some good things. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant this, some moon melons. All right, so I just sold some more of my cacaos that just grew. I had a pretty big one and some more mutated ones. And now we're up to 16.3 million shekels. We have passed the 10 million digits just from this cacao tree. This thing has come in clutch, and I think I could definitely buy a beanstalk soon once it stocks. But for now in the blood shop, I'm gonna go ahead and buy out this blood banana seed and this moon melon again. And then we can actually buy something good. There is a blood kiwi in here. If we can get a couple more million, we can get this. And there's a blood hedgehog as well. All right, well, now that we made some bank with some extra to spare, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a legendary egg, because we can get one of these little guys. And there's one for sale right now for 3 mils. So we're gonna buy that. We're gonna plant this down, and after 4 hours, we'll have this guy. But in the meantime, we can at least look at it, and our cat will watch it for us, I guess. Never mind. All right, so I decided to go ahead and just reorganize my garden a little bit because these cactus were getting pretty out of hand. So now we have a little bit of a cactus section here. And then over here we got mangoes and coconut trees, since these are going to take forever to grow. And then the apple trees are all in one section. At least my garden will look a little bit more organized now, because all the cactus are kind of out of the way. All right, so apparently the admins are planning on doing another update tonight for this game, even though they just did the cosmetic update. But it looks like we got a disco event going on, so I'm gonna hopefully get some good money from this. But from selling and stuff, I'm already at 30 million. Now, we got the NCS music playing. It's gotta be lit, man. But I'm hoping my my cacaos here will get some disco mutations, because whenever I got Celeste on these, I made like 15 mil, so if I can get some disco mutations on these, that'll be pretty good. And then soon, hopefully when the next night event starts in like the next minute or so, we can buy some packs, and that'll also help. And then I really want to get a beanstalk. I'm trying to just get my free-to-play garden here as big as possible still within these 24 hours. All right, well, actually the disco event ended pretty quick. I don't know if they're gonna do another one. I think that was it. But we got a couple of disco mutations. It looks like only like 2 of our things got mutated, but this blood banana is one of them. And then we got an apple. I was hoping the cacaos would get some mutations on them, but that's fine because now we have our next night event coming up. Okay, so I actually really didn't know how the lunar point system worked. I didn't know you get more. I thought it was like every individual item is 1 point, but you actually get quite a few. So I ended up getting the night seed pack. So let's see what I get from this first one. Please be something good. Please be something good. Okay, I got mint. You know what? I'll take that. It's not exactly what I was hoping for, but I can't complain. It's free. But we also got a hedgehog, which I guess is decent for right now. It will give our cactus some more value, or actually some more size. My main goal at the moment, since I pretty much have gotten everything else that I really wanted, is to just get a beanstalk. And I mean, we're already at 30 mil, which is more money than I thought I was actually going to make in this video. So I'm happy about that.
Tomorrow.
All right, so it's the next day and we don't have too much time to spare. I ended up going to bed last night and I was so tired, man. So I slept for a while and I didn't really get to do more to my garden that I wanted to. The main thing I really wanted to do was get a beanstalk to start growing. So by the end of this video, I'd have at least 1 beanstalk in the garden fully grown. However, when I was sleeping, there was a beanstalk that showed up about 4 or 5 hours ago from when I'm recording this now. And I was dead asleep. And because the 24 hours is almost up, I've already missed both my opportunities to get one, I believe. However, we do have a fully grown garden for overnight. So we're going to see how much I can actually make selling all this stuff. A lot of this stuff should give us some good money. We also have a disco moon melon and it's chilled, so that should give us some pretty good money. I was going to hold on to that, but because this is only for a challenge, I'm just going to go ahead and sell that. Okay, we can actually just go ahead and straight up buy a night seed pack. So I'm going to go ahead and buy one of these, and that's... Oh, wait, hold on. We have enough for a star caller. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this before it ends the night off. And let's go ahead and throw this by our cacao tree, because this will give us plenty of money if we can get some stars to land right here. Some more, wait, I don't know if the meteor shower already ended. I'm not seeing any more stars come down, so I might have just... It might be GG's. That might not do anything because it's gonna be a while for the next night. Oh, our legendary egg is also ready from overnight, so let's go ahead and check this out. See what we get.
Oh, he did so chill. Look at him.
I probably should have bought the tool that lets me collect like everything in one click, but that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and sell and see what we get from all of this. Sell inventory, and we're up to... We're only 9 mil. I had way more than that from the cacao I sold earlier. Now, honestly, I do have a little bit more time, but since I'm not going to be able to utilize it, so I'm going to be away from my computer. That's a big coconut. I am pretty much going to end it here with about maybe 2 or 3 hours remaining. It's still pretty much about 24 hours. I don't know what else I could have changed in here. I doubt I would have gotten a beanstalk. Maybe I could have gotten some more moonlit mutations, but this is pretty good, I think, for our first day without paying a single Robux. All right, there's all 8 moon cats. We're gonna go ahead and plant the elephant ear right here to begin with, and then we're gonna get our sprinklers out. So let's do the usual. Let's get a master sprinkler on it, a godly sprinkler. basic, and advanced. All right, there we go. We're all set. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing to grow. We're almost there. Come on. Grow in for us. The mooncats are already napping, so hopefully the fruits on this thing become gigantic. All right, there we go. We're officially grown in. We have our elephant ear plant ready to go. Now we actually have to just wait and get an elephant ear fruit to grow in. All right, we've used over 1,000 watering cans on this thing, and this is the only progress we have so far. Ooh, this is tempting. We have a rainbow one that's growing in. And it always takes us a lot longer to get rainbow because you have to use the butterfly, which like takes 20 or 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, look at how big this one is that just grew in. Okay, we might have a winner on the size. So even though this one's rainbow, I think we have a winner of which one we're going to go with, which is this gigantic elephant ear. And we're gonna go ahead and put some polar bears down so we can get chilled going. And then we will do our sprays like we normally do. So we're gonna do shocked on that. We're gonna do chocolate on it, and then we're gonna do pollinated on it. All right, we're good there. We're gonna also get a honey sprinkler set on it so we can get honey glazed. All right, honey glaze is there. You can see the effect. And now we just need one of these polar bears to chill this one, and then we could start aiming to get rainbow on it. All right, well, our polar bears are trying to get... Oh, well, it looks like they just got chilled on this one, actually. So I believe this one has all 5 mutations on it, but I can't really check until it's fully grown, which is a bit of a problem. But we can start making progress. I'm going to get a queen bee out, and then we're going to get our butterfly out so we can convert this elephant ear to rainbow. And again, the queen bee has a 5-minute shorter cooldown than the butterfly, so we can get that rainbow effect on this elephant ear 5 minutes faster than we normally would be able to. All right, I can tell watering this thing and with all the sprinklers on it, it is definitely making growth progress on the fruits. The elephant ear that we're going for right here is actually slowly growing. I'm seeing it every couple seconds just get bigger and bigger. It's really hard to tell, though, the size because this thing is digging into the ground. Okay, so the way that the elephant ears grow in Grow Garden is that the first layer grows in, which is like the outer layer, and then you get this inner layer that grows in. As you can see for this one, here's the inner layer growing. So here's our elephant ear that we are working with. This is the inner layer that is growing in now. The outer layer is over here. The inner layer looks to be bigger than the actual outer layer. As you can see, this is gigantic. Like, this is huge. All right, so the queen bee's cooldown is finished. That should help with our butterfly here. And now the butterfly should go ahead and add rainbow onto this gigantic elephant ear. Wait, what? What's going on? Why is it not doing it? The butterfly didn't seem to do anything, but I don't know exactly why. All right, I actually had to just save a clip because I just saw the polar bear applied chilled to the elephant ear. I thought this whole time we had chilled, it kept failing, and now I think we officially do have chilled on it. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that there's actually a 3rd layer to the elephant ears. So there's like out, middle, and in. We only have 2 layers done on this one, and the 2nd layer is not even done yet. I just want to point that out. We've used over 6,000 watering cans on it now, and that 3rd layer still hasn't even peaked out. And these ones are still even growing here, and these have been getting the same amount of watering cans. So I can only imagine this is going to use up probably another 5,000 plus watering cans to finish this. So honestly, we might just AFK until it's fully grown. All right, so we stacked some sprinklers and we have a sighting of the 3rd and final layer of this elephant ear. So we are definitely making progress. We are getting there. This thing should be done hopefully soon enough. All right, something I didn't think of is that I could have bought the grow all sign in the front of my garden, and I think that would have sprouted all my fruits. Let me go ahead and test that on my main account real quick and see if I can grow all my plants with my main account. All right, I just did it, and it looks like that actually worked. So if we did that to begin with, we would have actually saved a lot of time and a lot of watering cans. Oh, and the queen bee is doing her thing, getting the butterfly to convert my mutations. And now look at this giant elephant ear. It is now rainbow. This is a huge elephant ear. So what we're gonna go ahead and do now that it has rainbow is put pollinated back onto it. Then we're going to put shocked back onto it. We're going to put chocolate back onto it. And then we're going to use the honey sprinkler. All right, now that should have caught us up. So now we should have... Yep, there we go. We are back up to 5 mutations. And when the polar bears do their thing, hopefully we get chilled back on this. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the rest of these elephant ears, though, so they're out of the way. Once this is chilled, we can officially move forward on doing the events to get the rest of the mutations that we need. All right, there we go. Polar bear applied mutation chill to elephant ear. So we're going to go ahead and pick up all these polar bears now, and we are going to spawn in some other pets. So we're going to spawn in 2 scarlets for the new verdant mutation that they can add to the plant. We're going to go ahead and spawn in 2 of our chicken zombies to hopefully get zombified. We're going to go ahead and spawn in 2 disco bees as well, and 2 cooked owls. So that way we have a chance to get all of the pet mutations that we need. So we can either get verdant, cooked or burnt, zombified, and disco, and that will add on some mutation to this thing. A friend actually told me this, by the way, and I think a couple people in the comments told me this, but you can actually highlight certain fruits specifically. So if we go ahead and favorite the big elephant ear over here, just so we don't touch it by mistake, we can actually use our shovel to delete these elephant ears that are growing in individually. So I probably am just late to this information, but this will actually help so we can get rid of some of these elephant ears that grow in that we don't want. So hopefully our pets will target mutations on the only one that we have. Oh, disco bee. He just applied disco to this. Cooked owl. Come on. Cook or burn this elephant ear. I don't care. I want either mutation. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Good job, cooked owl. I'm proud of you. We now have burnt and disco on this thing. So now we can pick up the rest of our cooked owls here, and we just need these chicken zombies to get us zombified. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in some more chicken zombies and another scarlet bird, and that is some better chances to get the rest of the pet mutations that we need. Let's go. Our scarlet just applied verdant to our elephant ear, which now means if we get sun-dried, we can get paradisal. But there we go. We got verdant on it for now. All right, so Brighter is officially here, about to queue up all of our events to spam mutations on our giant elephant ear. The only problem is that I left the game to go AFK, and I completely forgot about keeping my plot. And since he's already here, I don't want to have to rejoin and go over there. So we're just going to wing it and see what mutations we get. All right, but we're going to go ahead and prepare here. I'm going to go ahead and move this elephant ear over here, but the only problem with that is these tanning mirrors and star collars that I placed down will no longer reach. Well, this one might, but it's a little too far away, so we're gonna have to put a new one down. Let's go ahead and just get rid of that one just so we're safe, and then we'll go ahead and put one here just so we can make sure it hits. And then the tanning mirrors will go ahead and move as well. I'm gonna put one over here, and then I'll put one over here, so that way we should be able to get sun-dried pretty easy. And we're starting off with the bang. The galactic event is here, thanks to Brighter as always. Hopefully we can actually get the galactic mutation from the space travel event. It is a difficult one to get. It's a pretty low chance, but I really want to see if we can get it legit this time. Oh, a fruit in your garden turned to moonlit. However, it's this little thing and not the big elephant ear. We gotta keep trying to delete these elephant ears and getting them out of the way. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this little one right here that got the moonlit on it, and we should be good. Oh, I just saw something get moonlit, and it was our big one. Perfect. We needed moonlit. We got moonlit. Please, space engines, can you blast and give my elephant ear over here? Can you just give him galactic? What's back here, by the way? Oh, I can go in here? Hello? Let me in. All right, these space travel events only last about a minute. Oh, I think it's ending. Okay, it's blasting away. And we're now into alien invasion. Well, did we get galactic? No, we did not get galactic. I think alien-like we should have a better chance with. Hopefully, we see alien-like appear, and hopefully we get a UFO to attack. Now, if the UFO does attack, we need to make sure that this little guy is gone. Yo, Steven? Steven? Hey, buddy. Can you tell those aliens to please mutate my elephant ear over there? Look, it's gonna be worth a lot. I promise I won't empty your pockets with it, okay? Oh, okay, nighttime just ended, though. Now we're in full effect of daytime aliens. I thought it was gonna be, like, really dark, nighttime scary aliens, but we have daytime aliens. Looks like the aliens don't want to have any part of my elephant ear production. Well, we're gonna have to wait for alien-like. We did not get alien-like, but there's chances to have that added in later. I don't know what our chances are for plasma because Jandel kind of just shoots the floor now. Oh man, we're gonna lose out on another event, I think, just because this one be bugging. All right, well, plasma was a fail. I don't think I could get plasma when he doesn't shoot anything but the floor. You're looking pretty nice, Jandel. Would you mind, giving some of your heavenly touch to my elephant ears? All right, the queen bees are cooling down. Some chicken zombies. Chicken zombies attacking and failed. All right, we're down to our last heavenly event. He's gonna bloop away, but we're down to our last one. We'll see if this thing gets heavenly mutation on it with this last heavenly event. But if it doesn't, we gotta move on to the next one. And hopefully these chicken zombies get a zombified. But so far, our event luck today is garbage. Very garbage. Oh, but here we go. We have the heat wave event coming through with our sun-dried chances, and bam! I think we just got it, actually. Yeah, we got Paradisal, but we have a chance to get sun-dried back now, and that will increase the money on this even more. There we go. Tanning Mirror just got hit. Easy. And there we go. Paradisal and sun-dried. So we're looking good. We're getting more mutations, but we still have quite a few left that we have to get, and hopefully we get every single one of the rest of these that are about to play out. Oh, the meteors are here, and one literally just like landed right in my plot, but I didn't get meteoric. So we'll just wait a second. Hopefully we get one to hit. I'm just gonna sit right here and chill. Let's see what happens. Oh, these are literally like right on top of my garden. I think to help with this one, I'm gonna trowel this over here, and then we'll move it back, but I'm gonna put it like right in the middle, so that way if a meteor hits, it has all of this that it could land on, and hopefully we get meteoric by this. Yeah, like that. Come on, give us the mutation, give us the meteor. Yo, right here, right here. Oh, it was so close. He was, oh, right here. Yo, that's on, that is on. That literally touched it on the corner over there. Did we get it? How did we not get that? And I think that's it. But we're into the black hole. Okay, we got a good chance for Void Touch. Usually Void Touch is an easy one. You don't really have to do anything. It will just kind of happen. Void touched, Void touched, Void touched, Void touched. What do we got next? Oh, okay. This one is a pretty good guarantee. We have a meteor shower, which will get called in by these star crawlers. I kind of wish the star crawlers called in the meteors from the admin meteors. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Right on that. There's no way that doesn't get Celestial. That literally touched everything there. There we go. Perfect. We got Celestial. That's another one down. Oh, it's windy, and it's actually somehow pushing me. Is this new? I don't think it pushed you before, did it? Maybe I just move around too much to not ever notice, but it actually pushes you if you don't move. I don't know what I could do, if I should move this plant to see if it'll increase chances. I mean, I guess now that the star crawlers are used up and we're good with that, I could try and move this and at least, you know, put it like out here. Ow, that's landed on my head. But whenever the tornadoes spawn in, maybe this will be a better chance to get twisted if it's poking out like this, because this goes out pretty far. I mean, oh, look at that. I literally just moved it. We got wind struck. All right, the wind event has ended with some more wind because there's tornadoes now. But yeah, these twisters are a lot faster now. So in the last update, they actually made 2 twisters spawn into the map at a time now, and they spawn in at different spots. They don't just spawn in the middle and then move around. They actually spawn around the map and then move around. So much easier and better chances now to actually get twisted. Oh, here comes another one. I'm gonna move it over here towards it. Come on, twist it up, tornado. Come on, let's go. Give me that twisted on it, please. Please, buddy. Yes, let's go. We got it. We got twisted. That's another one we can check off our box. Perfect. So moving this thing around definitely helps with getting twisted. All right, we're almost there. So now it is raining, which can apply wet to our elephant ear, which will then combine wet and chilled and make frozen. So let's see if that happens. One of our chicken zombies just applied zombified again, but it went to our other elephant ear that's trying to grow in. So now we have 2 elephant ears with zombified that we're not even going to use. All right, here we go. Volcano time. Let's see if we can get this thing molten. This is pretty big. It has a pretty wide range. It's covering almost our entire garden on this side. So as long as we can get one of these molten cubes to land, it should get molten. Let's see. I don't see molten, but these are getting pretty close. That's good. I don't know if I should back it up and put it over here just so we have a better chance, but we can always trowel it into the molten and see if that helps. Oh my, that literally was like on top of this. That was on top of it. Wait, this one got molten right here. Did this one? Yo, let's go. We got molten. We got another one down in the bag. Perfect. So we're missing about 8 mutations, and we could get chilled into frozen, but we did get 15 mutations here on this elephant ear, which is a pretty good amount. But we're gonna finish this video off by having Brighter join the server and add the rest of the mutations that we need on this thing, including Dawnbound, as he's able to add Dawnbound onto any plant in the game, and we're gonna see how much this thing is actually worth. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pick up our elephant ear as the map explodes behind us, and here we go. We picked it up. Let's see what this thing looks like in our hand. All right, so as you can see, we have our giant elephant ear. It does shrink down now that we're holding it, but if I hover over this, you can see the percent chance on the chicken zombie. You can see all of the other mutations that we had so far on this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this in my inventory, and we're gonna have Brighter add the rest of the mutations onto this thing. Brighter is here in the server. He is going to add the rest of the mutations that we need on our elephant ear, which are the following: zombified, galactic, alien-like, plasma, heavenly, meteoric, bloodlit, void touch, frozen, and dawnbound. He's gonna add dawnbound onto this. I think it's ready. All right, we got it. All right, thank you to Brighter as always. We now have every mutation in Grow a Garden on the elephant ear. So now it is time to check with Steven and see how much this thing is worth. So we're gonna go ahead and go up to Steven. How much is this worth? This is 420 billion. That is actually a really good value. So this thing is worth quite a bit of money, nearly $500 billion. So elephant ears are definitely worth it, and you get more of them than the sunflowers. So honestly, elephant ears, I think, are the way to grind if you want some money. However, the seed is very rare, but it's worth it if you get one. All right, so before Brighter runs all the events, we actually have to get a pretty big pepper seed. So first off, what I'm gonna do is actually place these sprinklers down. So we have a bunch of spice sprinklers. Then I'm going to do master sprinklers next to all of these. Then I'm going to also run up some basic sprinklers. And then we're going to go ahead and grow our dragon pepper seeds. I'm going to put one next to all of the sprinklers. And we're going to see what we get from this, if it actually makes a pretty big pepper. What we're looking for is the biggest dragon pepper that we can possibly get out of all of these. So we'll see what we get. We have some watering cans, so to speed this up, we're going to go ahead and water these. And it looks like we're gathering a little bit of an audience. Hello, welcome to the show. All right, there we go. The dragon peppers are sprouting, and they're actually sprouting really quick. All right, so these are actually pretty big ones. I don't know which one looks to be the biggest so far. Let me see. Maybe this one. Oh, no, this one right here. Definitely this one. So this one's pretty big. It's not as big as I was hoping we would get, but it's decent enough that I'm going to go ahead and keep this. So we have our dragon pepper here. Now, Brighter is going to go crazy and pretty much run every single possible event that he can. All right, he said event time. Let's do it. Bet. All right, here we go, boys. We're about to get every event possible from Brighter. Thank you so much, Brighter, for doing this. All right, here we go. We got the black hole event to hopefully get void touched on this thing, and in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and remove these other dragon peppers. All right, we got the black hole going. Let's see if any of these get void touched. I'm hoping that this big one does. We gotta get void touched on the big guy. Oh, it looks like we're getting some more events. We got bloodlit on here. Okay, he's just gonna go crazy and do all of them. All right, we didn't get any void touch, surprisingly. Oh, but we are getting a meteor strike. Okay, this is the new one. This is the admin only exclusive meteor strike. Oh, one just landed really close, but it didn't hit our dragon pepper head on. Come on, dude. We're getting like horrible luck right now. All of these things are just missing completely. Come on, let's get some meteors over here. All right, we got a tornado coming in for the possible twisted mutation. This thing's gonna have to come over here though. Tornado, yo, come on. Come over here. Come over here. Come on. Yeah. Closer. Closer. Come on. Just a little closer. Come on. Come on, buddy. Good tornado. Come on. Come on in. Don't be shy. Come on over here. I have to move this over here real quick. Wait. Come on. Yo. Get over here. All right, I'm about to trowel this right into it. Go. Did I just miss that? Oh my, bro. How did I not get any of these? All right, so I said my luck is so bad, might need to run those again, and Brighter said bet, so we're about to get round 2 of all these. In the meantime, I'm gonna use these mutation sprays on this one, and we're gonna get chocolate on it. Or actually, that's pollinated, and then we're gonna get chocolate on it, so that way we can start racking up some of these mutations. We'll have to get the shocked mutation spray as well, but we'll do that in a minute. Volcanic eruption. Oh my, bro. Okay, so this is the new volcano event that you can get. We're gonna hope that one of these giant magma blocks hits our dragon pepper. So far, it's pollinated, it's chocolate, it's bloodlet, but none of the other things have hit. So we're just gonna have to wait. Oh, that one's about to touch. Yo, that one was so close. Did it touch? No, it didn't. And I accidentally just collected the one we just did all that to, the big one. All right, well. All right, we got chalk, bloodlet, void touched. All right, there we go. Now we got pollinated on it. All right. So now we got to get one of these to hit so we can get celestial on it. And then we're going to have him run back the other events he just did because our luck right now is completely terrible. I'm going to travel this guy over here to the corner so he has a better chance to actually get hit by some of this stuff whenever we redo these events. It's like a trial it in between these two star crawlers, so both of them should be able to hit. That way it's in the corners, so we should get the other events to actually hit this. And in the meantime, while we do that, we actually have some pets here. So I'm gonna run up some disco bees to get this thing disco mutated. We also have some chicken zombies, so we're gonna try to use these to get the zombified mutation on this thing. All right, so he gave me some pretty OP pets. Jandel is here to laser the map. All right, he's lasering the map. Is he gonna come this way? He'll come this way. Buddy, look, man. Why do all these events only want to target the middle of the map? Hey, yo, Jandel, I need you to wake up and listen, man. Look, I'm over there. Do you not see that right there? Is it not possible for you to just hit that one right there? Please. I need your mutations. While he's doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a shocked mutated spray. That way I can go ahead and get this guy shocked so we don't have to wait for that. All right, there we go. We got pollinated, we got shocked. All right, we need this twister to head this way and all of these events to actually head over here now. All right, so I was literally AFK for a second because there was a roach attacking us. We got Celestial and Twisted on this one Dragon Pepper. I wanted it on this one, but this works too. All right, so we'll start working on this one then. We'll add some pollination onto that. We'll add some chocolate onto this. This should help with some disco. Oh, wait, one of them just got disco. Wait, this one got disco. Okay, so we can just get Twisted to hit this one. It'll actually be better. All right, we have two very good ones right now, but one has Twisted and one has Void Touch. So they're like split. It's split between them both for me right now. All right, hopefully these chicken zombies actually do what they're supposed to. What are the chances for this? So 22% chance. We have 3 of them. So that's like a 60% chance that one of these is going to get zombified in a second. Okay, one chicken zombie just went off, but he failed. This one failed. Come on, we got one more. We got one more. Come on. Come on, please. And failed. Okay. We're going to try to get gold on it instead in the meantime. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in these dragonflies. Now, I also forgot we do have to get honey glazed on this. So I'm going to go ahead and also sprinkle these honey sprinklers down. And hopefully this will help. Oh, wait, that was actually quick. We already got honey glaze. It only took like 1 sprinkler. All right, there we go. Our dragonfly finally put gold on this one. So now we are up to 10 mutations. We still got to get this wet to become frozen. And then we still need pretty much the rest of the admin events. But we're getting there. We made a lot of progress so far. Bro, no way this guy actually just stole this. All right, well... yeah, this dude just stole it, so that's awesome. So glad that he did that. So I'm gonna have to get disco on this one now and void touched. All right, we got another Jandel event happening, and this is actually making some good progress. So this one actually just got moonlit on it, and it does have twisted, which is harder to get, I think, than the void touch. We'll just wait for these events to keep spamming in, but we gotta get Jandel to hit this with plasma. All right, yo, we got plasma on the dragon pepper from that. All right, hopefully we can get volcanic though. We need volcanic. Okay, that literally just like slammed on top of this thing, but I don't think that gave it volcanic, did it? Oh, yes, it did. We got molten. We got molten. That's another 2 down. All right, perfect. Bro said 37 Robux and literally looked at my dragon pepper. Bro, please have a heart. It was already stolen. I'll be so sad. All right, we're finally at peace in our own server, dude. I was starting to stress out after that guy stole. But anyways, this thing has now got wet on it. And once these polar bears do some more work, I mean, they only have like a minute cooldown. We should hopefully get frozen on this one. They're trying to apply it. Oh, let's go. He got chilled on this one. So now it is frozen officially. That is another one to check off the box. I'm going to pick up all of these polar bears, and I guess we'll go ahead and do the cooked owls for now, and then we'll try to get the disco bees back in. But I think we have some disco events queued, so cooked owls will prioritize for now. These guys take 15 minutes, and then hopefully we'll get some cooked. Now, these are only an 18.4% chance every 15 minutes. I mean, it can still get burnt, so we'll see what happens. All right, Brighter's back in. He's going to try and spam some more of the weather events for me to get the remaining admin mutations on this dragon pepper. My zombie chickens just failed at mutating, and also my disco bees just failed as well. They were close. All right, I'm just going to keep picking up these other dragon peppers just so I have a better chance to actually get my mutations on this. Because I've been at this for like nearly 3 hours and it's like 6 in the morning almost, and I should probably go to bed. Ryder's going to just hook me up. He's going to mutate this plant and just give me all the mutations on it at this point, since that's what I've been working for. Because, bro, the RNG I'm getting right now is actually insane, and I can't actually get anything good. Brighter is going to help me. He's going to just mutate this thing for me, and we're going to check the value, all right? We're going to get all the mutations on it. So, here we go. As the void touch is going, I'm going to pick this up in 3, 2, 1. All right, we have it. All right, so he's gonna work his magic. He's gonna bless this thing. Let me, where'd it go? Where'd it go? This is it, but for some reason it just like broke, and now it's really tiny, probably because it has all the mutations on it, but this is the one. All right, so now he just worked some magic, and this one has literally every single mutation in the game. As you can see, you see pollinated, celestial, moonlit, heavenly, bloodlit, plasma, honey glaze, frozen, gold. There's pretty much no more commas because I can't display the rest of the mutations on this. So this is my pepper with every single mutation. Thank you, Brighter, for helping me. I know this was like a lot of work to do. And let's see how much this dragon pepper with every single mutation in the game is now worth. So this one plant is worth 1.7 billion, but if we sell this single plant, it is 1.7 billion, and there we go. I thought it would honestly be a little bit more than that. That is still a lot of money. I mean, we got every mutation on that thing, so thanks, Brighter, for the help. But first off, you know what? I've been noticing that every time I'm in this plot or this plot, those event mutations hardly hit, and it seems like they always target the middle plots or the very far end plots. So my first goal getting started is to actually get some alt accounts in here, so they spawn in these two plots, and then I can take this nice little plot over here. All right, Grow Garden is loading. Let's see if this actually worked. All right, perfect. We're in one of the middle lots now, so this should help us with some mutations. There's my main account garden, by the way. I have that big cactus that's an obstacle course. All right, so step 1 is complete. Now step 2 is we're going to get all of our moon cats prepared yet again to get a big candy blossom seed. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in all of the moon cats that we have in my inventory. I think that's all 8 of them. And let's go ahead and plant our candy blossom down. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it maybe over here, like right in the middle towards the entrance a little bit, so the events can hopefully hit it. I'm trying to get this thing in range of everything that's about to attack it. All right, and then we will go ahead and put a master sprinkler down. We will do our godly sprinkler, advanced sprinkler, and our basic sprinkler. Then we're just gonna go ahead and watering can this guy. All right, perfect. We are set up, and all the moon cats are already sleeping. You know what? Actually, yeah, before we put this over here, I'm going to move it. I know I just put all my sprinklers down, but I think over here will be better so the moon cats can reach it, so we can get our initial fruits to grow big. And then once we actually have all that done, then we'll move it to the entrance. I also think, just to help this time around, I'm going to give myself some more range of what I can use in my garden. I'm going to expand it on both sides. In that way, if the events happen and they're like a little bit close over here, I can again move my candy blossom over. There we go. That'll expand it just a little bit. I don't think we need this one, even though it takes 24 hours to buy this one. I don't think we're gonna need this one. We mostly just need the sides and then to be pretty close up here. All right, now we wait for candy blossoms to grow. It looks like there's already one growing right there, and it might be pretty big. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and compare, because in the sugar apple video, we had a really big candy blossom grow in, and then we ended up not using that one and going for another one that was even bigger than that one. This one looks just a tad bit smaller than this one. Okay, yeah, I definitely think we have our candy blossom that we're going with. This one is definitely looking more mighty than this one. All right, I don't think the Mooncats can really get this to be any bigger. This is a pretty big candy blossom that we have. I think they've done their work. This thing is just going to grow in now. So I think we're gonna go ahead and go with this one. And in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and pick up these Mooncats then, because they have done their job. And we are going to go ahead and get a butterfly going. We're gonna need the butterfly to get all of the mutations on this to rainbow. So we're gonna get a butterfly inbound so this thing can get its cooldown, because it takes 28 plus minutes for the butterfly to cool down. All right, but to get those mutations, this thing looks pollinated already, unless it's gold, but I'm gonna go ahead and just in case, I will spray some pollinated mutation on it. Okay, yeah, it is already pollinated, so we're good there. We're gonna go ahead and get shocked on it. We're gonna go ahead and get chocolate on it, just like we've been doing, and that should be 3 mutations already. And then we're gonna go ahead and get the honey sprinkler on it, and that should be 4 mutations. And then to get that 5th one, so we can convert them all over to rainbow, I'm going to summon the polar bear army like I've been doing, because this is an easy way to get chilled pretty quick. Yeah, okay, this one is ready now. Pollinated, shocked, chocolate, chilled, and honey glaze. So this one already has the 5 mutations we need for the butterfly to do its work. But I guess since we got everything else done that we need to for now, and we have a pretty big candy blossom that we're going to take, I'm gonna go ahead and move this back over here, because we're gonna get this thing ready for events. And you know what? I'm gonna actually try and make this stick out of my garden as much as it can. So maybe what we'll do is we will go in the corner right here. Is that gonna stick out? I think it's just gonna make it. Let's see how far I can go. Like right there. Perfect. Now it's sticking out of the garden, so I think any event should have a better chance of actually hitting it. Alright, so I went AFK for like 15 minutes, and this thing actually became frozen while I was gone. So there must have been a snowstorm while I was AFK. So that kind of sucks though, because it seems like I can never get frozen after I already have rainbow. Alright, so Colleen here is about to cool down and give this candy blossom the rainbow mutation on it. But real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and carefully collect these other candy blossoms, including this other one that grew in rainbow. All right, here we go. Colleen is attacking. Let's watch this thing get converted to rainbow. All right, boom. Butterfly transform candy blossom into a rainbow candy blossom. Look at this thing. It looks great. Oh, also while I'm here, I want to say, because a lot of people are like,
Bandites, you didn't actually get the gold mutation on your plant?
well, actually, if you didn't know, you can only get rainbow or gold. And I'm choosing rainbow because it gives you more value than gold. I think gold is like 20 times value and rainbow's 50 times. Okay, yeah, I guess technically this one is going to be bigger, because you can see the little stem on it is a lot bigger than this little one. Let's do the stud check. We got 2, 4, 6, 8 studs going across. This one we got 2, 4, 6, 8, but there's a little cutoff here on this part. I didn't think this big of one was gonna grow in after I already got rainbow, pollinated, shocked, and chocolate and honey glaze back on it. It's a really hard decision to make, but I know you guys are gonna want to see the bigger one make the most money. So unfortunately, I think we're gonna pause on this one, and we're gonna go ahead and quickly catch this one up, get all the mutations on this one, and hopefully we'll be back in business in just a second. We're gonna wait this out again and get this back to rainbow. So I will see you guys in another 30 minutes. All right, well, we're at least back to having all 5 mutations, and I did want to go ahead and try and see if this one sticks out of our garden even more than that last one was going to, so let's just take a look real quick. Yeah, this one definitely pokes out into the middle of the map a little better, so I think this will actually be good in the long run to get these event mutations to hit. Okay, well, I just reset my butterfly's cooldowns again, it looks like, so that just added another couple minutes back onto this. However, we do have some queen bees here. The queen bee has a slightly less cooldown than the butterflies by a couple of minutes, and that will actually recharge one of the butterflies. So it looks like this one, 21 minutes. This will actually save us 6 minutes to get this butterfly to charge back up. And this is something we're going to use in the future as well. We're just going to use a queen bee to charge up our butterflies, so we save a few minutes in the long haul. All right, so we're about to witness a chain reaction. Our queen bee here is about to cool down one of our butterflies, who will then take all of our mutations and convert this new candy blossom into rainbow, and then we'll be caught back up to where we were. All right, and also just to make sure that this all goes well, we're gonna trowel this back over here for all of our pets to easily reach. Okay, it looks like the bee just cooled down a butterfly, and now the butterfly is doing its thing, and boom, candy blossom is back to rainbow, as you can see. So we're caught back up with that. Now we just got to use our mutation sprays, of course. So the chocolate back on it, put pollinated back on it, shocked back on it, and then use a honey sprinkler here. And just like that, we are back to having 5 mutations. And now we're gonna go ahead and pick up our butterflies here. And we're gonna go ahead and use the polar bears again to get this thing chilled. And then we're gonna get ready for the event spam from Brighter. Oh, was that the one we needed? It said one of them applied, but it might have been that one. Hold on, let me see. Oh, perfect. They did good. We got chilled. All right, that is all we needed, and now we can get Brighter in here to start the event spam to get the other mutations. All right, there we go. These are our 2 biggest queen bees, and that will help with cooling down some of the pets we're going to use, which are the chicken zombies we're going to spawn in, and then we're going to spawn in 3 disco bees, and hopefully we'll get a mutation from these guys, one of these guys at least. All right, Brighter is here, so we're about to get ready for the event spam, and as he gets stuff queued up for us to start spawning in all these events, I'm gonna go ahead and get these star crawlers ready. These little candy blossoms keep growing in, and I don't like that because they're just gonna yoink all of my mutations. So far, we did just get bloodlet, which is good. That's a good sign because the other days, our RNG has been absolutely horrendous. Oh, hello, Mr. Jandel. Here comes the lasers. I'm gonna see if this sticking out far enough will actually get plasma faster. Yeah, so look at that. This is much better being in the middle because this laser is nearly touching this now. I was always over there. Okay, of course when I'm not over there now, the laser gets really close. This is still a way better guarantee to get plasma. I believe. I have hope. I mean, look at this. He's literally lasering that thing head on. I have hope that it's gonna get plasma. Oh, we just got one. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. One of them is plasma now. Come on, Jandel. Come on. You can hit it. You can do this. I believe in you. Look, your aim has definitely increased, and it's only because I went from that corner to the middle of the map. Wait, hold on. Oh, are you kidding? This one's plasma, and this one's plasma, but not this one. There's the heavenly event. Can we at least get heavenly on this big guy? I mean, all these other ones are getting the good stuff. Can this big one have some fun, please? Oh, another one, and boop, he's gone. I believe Brighter queued up like 5 of each event, so we have quite a few chances to get things, but it seems like it's actually really hard to get some of the event mutations to hit your plants. Oh, okay. Heavenly is done. Now it's time for the volcano. This one I usually seem to get. I always seem to get molten. Our Jandel event luck is never there. We didn't get plasma on this big one. We did get on the other ones, and we did get a zombified. We did not get any heavenly on any of them. Oh, get some big... Okay, that's like right here. That's gotta affect. This hitbox goes like all the way over here. I feel like magma landing anywhere in this radius should affect this to get molten. Oh, whoa, I just saw something. Oh, yeah, it just went to molten. Perfect, we got it. All right, well, since we got molten, I'm gonna actually see if I can climb the volcano while we watch it. I wanna see what's inside of the volcano. We always just be watching it from afar. You got any snacks up here? What's in here? Oh, I've seen things I don't wanna see. Oh, we got the admin meteors coming in. For meteoric, hopefully they hit. Let's get a nice direct hit over here, please. Oh, there we go. That's one to land right here. Oh, this got meteoric. Meteors, please land right here. Just right here, please. Just land right here. You did so good on that one, but I need you to land one like right here. Oh, okay, that one was like on top of this. And that one was on top of this. Oh, there we go. We got it. Meteoric. Okay, perfect. Oh, all right, we just transitioned from meteors to void touched. All right, I'm gonna carefully collect this little gold one. It's This rainbow one's almost done. Next disco beat, please apply to this one and don't fail. That would be really cool. This one failed. Okay, well, no void touch affecting it, so I'm sad. But at least Celestial is pretty easy to get because we have these star callers here. And to even increase my chances, I'm gonna go ahead and put another one right here. I might be jinxing myself right now. I said it's pretty easy to get Celestial, and now none of these are hitting. None of my star callers have even used one of their ability points. Surprised none of these are hitting, but oh, I think that one just hit. That was like right here. Okay, that one just hit. That was literally just okay, perfect. Oh, and it just hit again. Okay, now we're getting stuff. There we go. We just got Celestial. Perfect. Well, I guess moving it maybe helped. I don't know, but I'm gonna go ahead and face it into the middle of the map now because when the tornado comes around for Twisted, this guy's got to be sticking out a little bit because that tornado does not really like to go into people's plots. Oh, our first tornado just spawned in, and it actually is pretty close now that this thing is poking out into the middle of the map. Oh, he's moving. He's getting close over there. Hold on. Trowel. Move him. There you go. That's in radius. He's getting closer. Oh, he's gonna come into the plot, I think. Are you gonna come for a visit? Oh, no, you're gonna go into heaven. Wait, this one got twisted up here. So that definitely worked. That definitely was in range. These two are twisted, but I just gotta get this thing twisted now. Oh, hold on. There we go. Right smack middle in the tornado. That's gotta do it. Okay, hold on. No. Come back. Come on. Stick with it, tornado. Don't back down. I'm just gonna keep going for it. Come on, keep going. I'm gonna just keep predicting your pattern. I'm gonna make sure you just twist up this tree as much as you can. So hopefully when I undo this trowel, it says twisted on the big one. Twisted? Hello? Let's go, it worked! It actually worked. We got twisted on it. Twisted is a really annoying one to get. All right. Let's see if these cooked owls get us cooked or burnt. They usually don't give us either. Oh, cooked owl applied burnt to candy blossom, but which one did it apply? Oh, it applied another burnt. Okay. Surprisingly enough, we actually got burnt these times, but it's on this one that's not grown in yet, and this one that's not grown in yet. Oh, my disco bee failed disco mutation again, and it actually aimed at the correct one. All right, we've pretty much gotten everything that we possibly can at the moment. We got all the events to play through, and we have 11 mutations. We are missing at this one plasma, heavenly, frozen, which I guess we have chilled, but we got to convert that to frozen, zombified, void touch, moonlit, but we do have bloodlit, disco, and either cooked or burnt. We're gonna go ahead and have Brighter work his magic like usual, and he's going to add the rest of the mutations in the game onto this thing. So I know it looks like they're not all here yet, and most of them are, but not all of them. But Brighter, when he works his magic, they will all be there, I promise. He can also add Dawnbound onto this, which is a sunflower-only mutation. All right, Brighter is here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this big guy. Is it this one? Yes, this one has rainbow on it, so it's this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I favorite that. We're gonna gift it to Brighter, so he has one to work with. All right, he is adding the rest of the mutations onto the candy blossom now. Oh, there it is. The special fruit. Thank you, Brighter. All right, so here's the big guy. We have the maxed out candy blossom. Oh, wait, he forgot something? Dawnbound. Okay, he's gonna add it. Hold it out. Wait, what did he just do? Where did it go? Okay, hold on, a trash one. Okay, this one's trash. All right, there we go. So this thing is now looking pretty. So if I search up Dawnbound, you can see it actually has taken Dawnbound with every mutation added on here from Brighter. This thing should hopefully break some records on how much it is worth. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Steven to get the value of this, and this thing is worth a whopping 908 billion, almost 1 trillion. This thing did not break 1 trillion. I think a lot of people thought it would, but it is right there touching 1 trillion. It is worth 900 billion, which is very, very expensive and higher than any of the other fruits that we've done. Shout out to Brighter. Very nice dance moves on his part. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and spawn in some mooncats here. So we got 8 mooncats that we can spawn in, so we can start getting progress on getting a big, beautiful maple apple tree. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and place all of our sprinklers down here. So we're gonna get a master, godly, advanced, and basic, and then we're gonna put our maple apple right in there. And look at that, it's all rainbowy up here, so it looks like we might have a pretty big tree. To save some time, we're gonna go ahead and hit that grow all button on my main account. And oh, look at this, we got a sandstorm, so we might as well hurry up and do this. All right, we're in, and there we go. We have some maple apples. Now, these don't look very big. This one looks decent, but some of these don't look as big as I thought we might be able to get this. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up these, and I guess we'll give it a look and see how they regrow. But I'm gonna go ahead and put some more sprinklers down, and we're gonna try to get this thing to grow a little bit better. We want these mooncats to hopefully affect this as much as possible. We want to get a big maple apple. Now, we do have a pretty decent sized one here, but I think we could do better than that. I think we could definitely get a bigger one to show up. All right, we have a lot of mooncats right here. I think what I'll do is I'll trowel this into the sleeping mooncats if they all pile in a certain area. Let me move that into that circle. All right, yeah, they're kind of all piling around in different spots. They're not like just in one area. Okay, let me try right here in between these two, or actually maybe even right here because there's a few of them right here. All right, and hopefully that helps. All right, I'm gonna hit the grow all button again just to see if anything changes, see if we get any big ones. So let's just YOLO it. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's better. That's definitely better. That's this one is pretty big. All right, so we can go ahead and pick up these other ones then. Yeah, look at this. We thought this was gonna be decent. I think this one's a lot better. Dude, what is going on? We're getting all these events, but we're not ready yet. We still gotta get this thing rainbow. All right, we're gonna pick up all of our mooncats. We're gonna try and go through this quick. So let's go ahead and get our sprays done. Actually, let's go ahead and get that queen bee ready to get the cooldowns ready. Let's get the butterfly ready to get that cooldown ready, and then let's get these sprays done on our maple apple. So we're gonna go ahead and put pollinated on this. We're gonna put chocolate on that. We're gonna put a cloud touched, shocked, and then we will do honey glazed with the honey sprinkler. And there we go. That will be our 5 mutations. All right, so I was stupid and accidentally picked up my queen bee, so I've been sitting here waiting for my butterfly. But to speed this up, I guess, a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and give my butterfly this toy, which will speed up the cooldown, and now our butterfly will give us rainbow. So it's like the same thing, but yeah, you won't notice any difference here, but yeah, I had to wait a little bit longer because I'm stupid and dumb. All right, so just like that, our maple apple is now rainbow. So we can go ahead and pick up that butterfly. We're good, we have this mutation done. All right, so now we can go ahead and apply our sprays to this thing again. So we're gonna put our chocolate back on it, pollinated, shocked, cloud touch. We're gonna go ahead and put our honey sprinkler back down to get honey glaze back onto it. And then on our main account, we're going to apply amber onto it. I did that from over there. I got snipes, I guess. But now amber's back onto it. Now, my main account has some chilled sprays we're going to use, but we're going to wait on that because we're going to try to get this thing to get ceramic first. So to do that, we need wet and then sandy to get clay, and then we'll need to get sun-dried to turn that into ceramic. So we're going to wait a little bit, and we're going to not apply the chill just yet. We're going to do frozen after we get ceramic. So now we're going to start focusing on the rest and applying some more with our pets. So I have some disco bees here. Now, I know people are going to be like, Bandites, you can just use the new disco spray. Well, there's no spray merchant, and I don't have the disco spray, okay? So I'm going to be using disco bees to hopefully get us disco mutation on our maple apple. And then I'm going to be using the cooked owls, same thing here, to hopefully get burnt or cooked since I don't have those sprays as well. We're going to go ahead and use some chicken zombies, and then we're going to spawn in 1 scarlet. Actually, we're going to hold off on the scarlet for now and not get verdant on this just yet because we're going to try to get ceramic first, and if we have verdant that's sun-dried, we'll just convert to paradisal. So we're going to wait on this guy, but we are going to spawn in 2 sea turtles so we can get this maple apple, the wet mutation. And after we get the wet mutation, that should help us get this turned to clay, and then yeah, we could go through that getting ceramic. Our luck today is a little bit better than it's been the last few videos. We have another aurora happening, so hopefully we can get the aurora mutation on our maple apple. Oh, look at that. Just like that, the sea turtle already applied wet to our maple apple, so that's quick and easy. We can go ahead and pick up these guys then, and I guess we'll spawn in another disco bee and another, I guess we'll do another chicken zombie for the time being. Oh, I just saw something happen. Did we get it? Oh, let's go. We got Aurora. All right, this is actually going a lot better today than it has been. I think the update of increasing the events really helped. So we are up to 9 mutations on our maple apple, including Aurora, which is awesome. We're going to wait for these pet mutations to hopefully take effect. We got our disco bees and our cooked owls that will be applying some mutations soon. All right, our disco bees always seem to be the first pet to apply their mutations, but anyways, let me go ahead and unfavorite this real quick. But as you can see, we now have the disco mutation on our maple apple, so it's starting to look pretty good. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is pick up these disco bees carefully without picking anything else up, as I've done in the past, as we all know now. And I'm going to go ahead and spawn in another cooked owl or two. Let's see. I guess I'll do another cooked owl. And I will spawn in another chicken zombie. So hopefully we can get these 2 mutations done. And then we just really got to get Verdant after that, but we're going to wait for Verdant just for a little bit. We want to wait until we get this thing, hopefully ceramic first, and then we'll focus on Paradisal. All right, so we have some of our cooked owls here that are about to finish their cooldowns, which is good. And with that, we also have a Zen event about to start. Oh, well, they're targeting the big one, but they're failing. What about the other one? Targeted the big one, but fail. Okay, that's very sad. Our chicken zombies are almost cooled down as well. At least 2 of them are almost done. And then we have another one that'll be done in a few minutes. And we're gonna see the Zen Aura event happen in a second, which will help us get Tranquil on our maple apple here, which will be another mutation added on. All right, so we got our first little Tranquil beam coming over here. Let's see which one it hits first. All right, there we go. Our big one is mutated to Tranquil, so that's a really easy one to get, and that's just some extra multiplier for us to work with. Oh, let's go. Thank you, cooked owls. You guys, I love you so much. You're so nice to me today. All right, well, there we go. Now we have burnt on our big maple apple here, so we're stacking up some good mutations. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up these cooked owls now then. Get these guys out of the way. We have another chicken zombie almost ready, so hopefully he does what the cooked owls did in target. I'm gonna spawn in another chicken zombie, and we'll spawn in a mimic octopus to mimic those guys to give us even more opportunities. All right, we have a windy event, which I was hoping for, and I'm gonna go ahead and trowel our plant, I guess, over here, because for some reason these corners over here always help get wind struck on our plants faster. Okay, the event ended. Let's see if we got any windstruck added. Oh, we did. Dude, I don't know why this corner is blessed right here. If you need windstruck, move your plants like right here. It seems to always work to get us windstruck. All right. I forgot that they re-added frost into the game, which if we get chilled, which because our plant is already wet, we might get it frozen, which we don't want right now, which is going to be very unfortunate. We have wet, and I probably should have waited. I completely forgot that they re-added frost. The only reason I added wet was in case a sandstorm came by, we could have gotten sandy, which would have made this turn instantly to clay. But I didn't count the fact that if a frost storm comes by, we can get frozen. We don't want frozen yet, because once we get frozen, we pretty much, I don't think, can get ceramic. Actually, you know what? We probably can. I think if we get sandy, we could apply wet again. So this actually isn't the end of the world. It would just get us frozen earlier, which we didn't really want yet. All right, well, yeah, we now have frozen on our maple apple. Honestly, that is fine. We'll just keep frozen on there. Either way, we can still get ceramic, I believe. We just have to wait for a sandstorm now, and once this is sandy, we can add wet to it to get clay. Okay, it looks like one of our chicken zombies just applied Zombified to our maple apple. Yep, there it is. We are good, which means we pretty much have every pet mutation done. We still gotta wait for Twisted, which is technically a pet mutation now, I guess. But that will get this thing to Tempestuous. And then once we have that, we also need to get Verdant, which is also a spray or a pet mutation. All right, so I have literally been in a Discord call with one of my friends for like 6 hours talking, waiting for more mutations to get applied. We did end up getting Moonlit to this, but we had a sandstorm twice and did not get Sandy. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and just apply Scarlet to this maple apple so we can get Verdant on it. So I'm going to spawn in 3 Scarlets and a Mimic Octopus just so we can make sure we get that Verdant mutation, and that will turn Sun-Dried into Paradisal. So there we go. We have all these pets set, and some of them actually have some of our buffs still added onto them. And while they focus on getting that Sun-Dried to turn into Paradisal, over here on my main account, shout out to my friend Cole or Azook. He actually is letting me borrow his Kitsune for this video so I can try to get Chakra and Foxfire Chakra on my Maple Apple. And if I can get those two, that should be some extra good mutation buffs. So I have a Queen Bee spawned in my main account garden in there, and I'm going to go ahead and use that Queen Bee with the Kitsune to see if I can get both Foxfire and regular Chakra on my plant. So apparently the Kitsune actually applies it to your plant, and then it steals it and gives it to your other account. So I should be able to get 2 of these maple apples with all these mutations on it, and it should be pretty good overall. Okay, well, it looks like we're about to finally wrap things up here, and we finally got Sandy applied to our maple apple after literally hours and multiple sandstorm events. So we technically could get this up to ceramic now, but I don't know if I really want to wait around for another heat wave event to happen, because I have been at this for like 8 hours today trying to get this one to be good for you guys. So I think we're just going to keep Sandy. That way we have that mutation on there, and then if we can get Foxfire Chakra and regular Chakra, that should make up for that ceramic mutation, and at least we still have Sandy on it. All right, my main account's Kitsune is coming over here to attack our maple apple. Okay, and it says Kitsune applied Chakra, so it looks like my main account is getting one of these, and let's just go ahead and check. Yeah, there we go. Now we have Chakra on this. We did not get Foxfire Chakra, but we do have the regular Chakra on this, and in total we do have 18 mutations on our maple apple. We could turn this Sandy into ceramic. We could have turned this Windstruck into tempestuous, and we could also get Foxfire Chakra and Celestial. So there's a few things there that we could have combined for better mutation chances, and it would have really helped us in the end to get a little bit more money value out of this. But overall, I think this is a pretty good maple apple, and I'm very happy with it with how many mutations we actually got today. Let's go ahead though and pick up our maple apple and check the value. All right, so here it is. Here's our big maple apple with all of these mutations on it. It looks insane with all the electricity and everything on it. I'm gonna go ahead and favorite it as well, just so I don't accidentally ever sell it. And we're gonna check with Steven. So Steven, what is the value of our maple apple with all 18 of these mutations on it? This maple apple is worth 197 billion, and I can only imagine that this would have been past 400 billion or so if we were actually got Celestial, Foxfire, Chakra, and a couple of those other mutations mixed together. With those admin mutations, I think this would have been very, very good, but for that many mutations on it, that is still pretty good. I do wish our maple apple was a little bit bigger, but overall, I'm very happy with that price. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in 7 Mooncats here instead of the 8 that we used to do, because we're going to throw in a Triceratops, because this guy will speed up the growth of our plant and then also help us get a huge plant combined with the Mooncats. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and place our sprinklers down next. So we do have this new Grand Master Sprinkler, and this should give us some pretty fast growth and some good mutations and all sorts of good stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this OP Grand Master Sprinkler down. It covers almost the entire garden. We're gonna put a Master Sprinkler underneath that. Then we're gonna put our Godly Sprinkler in there, Advanced Sprinkler, and then our Basic Sprinkler. And within all that, we're gonna put our Grand Tomato plant down. So our Grand Tomato plant is now growing. We have some Mooncats on it, and then our Triceratops should target it and make it grow a lot faster, and we should hopefully get a pretty big Grand Tomatoes. I'm gonna water it just a little bit more just to keep it sprouting up a little bit faster. There we go. It's at 10% now, 11. I'm gonna quickly trowel this over here in between these Mooncats. Wow, this thing is going to be big. That only went up another 10%. This is crazy. Oh, okay, that Triceratops just hit it, and now it's actually at 96%. So whenever this next one hits it, we might get our first sets of tomatoes to actually grow in. All right, it's fully grown now. So now our Grand Tomato plant is done, and it's fully grown in. Now we just gotta wait for the fruits. Now our next Triceratops right here is about to smack it, so we'll see if it gets us some pretty big fruits. Oh my... Okay. Those are pretty big tomatoes. All right, our grand tomatoes are now fully grown in, and it looks like our gold one here is going to be the biggest one. From what I can tell, that one has 7.5 studs going across the top, and then this one only has, like we said, 7, and then this one's only about 6. So yeah, I think we have our winner here, which is this gold one. So I'm gonna go ahead and favorite that. We're gonna pick up the other ones that are in here. All right, well, we do have gold on it, but gold does not count towards getting rainbow, and we do need 5 mutations total, but gold is not even considered 1 when we're trying to get rainbow with the butterfly. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're going to apply pollinated to it. I guess we'll apply wet to it because that's like a free one there. Shock, chocolate, and then I also have this extra windstruck spray, which you don't really need because I have pterodactyls, so I'm going to go ahead and spray that. And there we go. We have 5 mutations that we can use now, and we're going to spawn in a queen bee and a butterfly. So the queen bee's cooldown is about 7 minutes shorter than the butterflies. The queen bee will cool down our butterfly, convert all these mutations to rainbow, and then we can start getting the other mutations. All right, and then over here on my main account, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in my queen bee and my kitsune. They were spawned in, but I have to reset the timers so then they line up with our grand tomato after it gets rainbow, and that way this will be a little bit closer in sync. So once we get rainbow on it, we can get chakra applied right away. All right, well, we have about 2 minutes left for our queen bee's cooldown to be done to convert our grand tomato here to rainbow, but we just got a nighttime event, so I'm really hoping that these 2 minutes go fast and that we can get this thing to rainbow so then we can get our grand tomato to turn moonlit. That way we don't have to wait around for our tanukis to give us moonlit or for another night event. All right, our queen bee's cooldown is done. Our butterfly is now being cooled down, and we will take 5 of these mutations, well, pretty much all of them at this point, and then we'll turn our grand tomato into rainbow. There we go. Our grand tomato, which is huge by the way, is now rainbow. So we can go ahead and pick up our butterfly, pick up our queen bee. Oh, there we go. Perfect. We got moonlit added to our grand tomato right away. So I'm going to go ahead and favorite this now so I don't accidentally pick it up. Let's go down our sprays. We're going to go ahead and apply shock to this. Pollinated. We're going to go ahead and apply wet as well so we can use our kappas to turn that to bloodlit. We're going to apply chocolate. Then we're also going to apply a honey sprinkler so we can get honey glazed. And our kitsune just stole it from my main account, so that should have applied chakra. So real quick, let's go ahead and check everything that we have here. So we have 8 mutations. I'm going to favorite that again real quick. And then on my main account, I'm going to apply the verdant spray mutation and cloud touched. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in first 2 disco bees so we can try to get disco applied to it. We're going to spawn in 1 pterodactyl so we can go ahead and get windstruck and hopefully twisted so we can get tempestuous. Go ahead and spawn in for now just 1 kappa to try to get this to turn bloodlit. We'll spawn in 1 cooked owl for cooked or burnt. We'll spawn in 1 chicken zombie for now for the zombified mutation. We'll also go ahead and spawn in our corrupted kitsune so we can get corrupted chakra, turn that into harmonized chakra. And then I guess finally we'll spawn in 1 of our scarlets for now. We do have verdant, but we do have a tranquil scarlet and a corrupted scarlet, so we need to try to get tranquil and corrupted. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in our tranquil scarlet here. Now we're up to 8 pets, so we have lots of mutations that we can look forward to getting, and now we just gotta wait around for them to do their things and for events to happen, and then we can start stacking up mutations on our grand tomato. All right, I'm going to go ahead and use some of my toys here to boost some of our pets' cooldowns and also give us higher chances to get some of these mutations. So we're going to go ahead and boost the corrupted kitsune to hopefully get corrupted foxfire chakra. Let's see. Okay, we only got 1 corrupt chakra. I don't even think he applied it to our big one. Yeah, no, all right, so we're still going to have to wait for that, but that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and use this on our pterodactyl to try to get twisted done. Okay, we only got windstruck. We did not get tempestuous. We did not get twisted mixed with windstruck. Eventually, I can use our pterodactyl again and try to get our pterodactyl to apply tempestuous to like a carrot or something, and then use a T-Rex to eat it, and then spread it to our grand tomato here. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up our pterodactyl. For now, I am gonna use a Raiju here to get static applied to our grand tomato. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do for that is I'm gonna go ahead and put a carrot down right here. We're going to apply shocked to it. And then we're going to spawn in our Raiju. So he will eat this shocked carrot and then apply static to our grand tomato here. Oh, and I almost forgot, but to save some time here, since we did get corrupt chakra on one of our grand tomatoes, I am going to go ahead and pick up our corrupt kitsune here, and we're going to replace him with a Spinosaurus so we can work on getting that corrupt chakra moved over. And that way, if any of our other pets get mutations applied to these smaller grand tomatoes, they should be able to just move it right over. All right, our Raiju is running over to eat the shocked off this carrot, and then he's going to convert that to static and apply it to our grand tomatoes. There we go. The big one is instantly converted to static. That's good. So we don't have to use a Spinosaurus to move that over. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Raiju. And now we're going to introduce the new pet, which is the Spaghetti Sloth. And again, the Spaghetti Sloth every 14 minutes will go to a nearby fruit and does a cooking. And it will apply pasta, sauce, or meatball mutation. So we could probably get all three of these and actually get them all to our Grand Tomato, as they'll probably apply it to the smaller Grand Tomatoes. So we should be able to get 3 extra mutations on our Grand Tomato. All right, so let's go ahead and also use these medium toys here to see if our Disco Bees will apply Disco. Okay, we got 1 to apply Disco. Since this big guy here is favorited, I'm going to pick up these 2 Disco Bees, and I'm going to spawn in another Spinosaurus, so that way they can move those over. And that looks good for now. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for these guys to apply their mutations. I'm going to go AFK for a little bit while they do their work, and once we come back, we'll see what has happened. All right, so I just got back and it looks like our Spinosauruses moved that corrupted chakra over. So now we have harmonized chakra, but that looks like that's the only thing that happened when we were gone. Now we do have some other Grand Tomatoes that have grown in here. One is static. I can't really tell what these ones are. I know this one has Disco on it, and this one seems to have Tranquil on it. Oh, okay, so Kappa just used its conversion to make one of these Grand Tomatoes bloodlit, and we do have Tranquil on this Grand Tomato, so we can get those moved over. So, and we also did just get zombified on one of these Grand Tomatoes as well, so we can go ahead and get rid of our chicken zombies here, and we can go ahead and get rid of our Tranquil Scarlet and our Kappa, and then what we're going to go ahead and do after that is we're going to go ahead and spawn in our Corrupted Scarlet so we can get the Corrupt mutation done. All right, so I went ahead and used my main account to grow all of my Grand Tomatoes here, just so I can see what mutations we have. So yeah, we have quite a few on these Grand Tomatoes that we need to move over. This one doesn't have anything that we need, so I guess I can get rid of this static Grand Tomato up here. But these other 2, we have quite a few here. This one, we actually need everything on it to be moved over to our big Grand Tomato. We have Bloodlet, Disco, Meatball, and Pasta. We do need to get Sauce. That's the last one. And then we also have Zombified on this one. And then this one, we have Tranquil on it, which is pretty much the only one we need from that one. But in the meantime, we also need to wait for these polar bears to give us Chilled, so we can get that moved over to our big Grand Tomato, get that frozen. All right, we did just get Chilled though applied to Grand Tomato. So yeah, now literally everything on this Grand Tomato here needs to just get moved over to our big one. All right, let's see what our Spinosaurus eats and moves over. Okay, we got Chilled and static. We didn't really need static again, but that's fine because now our big Grand Tomato here is frozen. And when our next Spinosaurus eats, we should be able to get Tranquil done and then one of these good mutations off of this. All right, so I just got back and it looks like we did get Corrupt from our Scarlet, so that is awesome because usually that takes forever. So Corrupt is done. We're gonna go ahead and pick up our Corrupted Scarlet then. And then we also looks like we got burnt on our Grand Tomato here, so we still need to wait for this Corrupt, this Bloodlet, Burnt, and Pasta to move over to our big Grand Tomato. But we did get Zombified moved over, and we did get Meatball moved over. And then I guess the last thing we'll need to do is just make sure we can get Tempestuous done. So I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do now to try and get Tempestuous going is I'm going to plant the rest of these carrot seeds I have, and I'm going to spawn in some pterodactyls again and try to get Tempestuous on one of these carrots or on one of these Grand Tomatoes. So once we have Tempestuous, we can have our Spinosauruses move that over to our big Grand Tomato, and then we should pretty much be done with all the pet mutations. All right, let's see what our Spinosaurus converts over. Okay, we got Bloodlet, we already had Windstruck, and we already had Meatball, but we did get Bloodlet moved over to our big Grand Tomato. So now we just have to get Corrupt moved over, and then we have to get Burnt and Pasta moved over. But we're making some good progress. Our Pterodactyls will hopefully give us Tempestuous, so we can get that done and out of the way. We also have our Sloth here, who's hopefully going to apply Sauce. Can we get that Sauce done, please? So I don't know what happened in this area of the video, but I guess some of my footage did not get recorded, and my microphone was also muted. But pretty much what happened is my Spinosauruses did move over Burnt and Corrupt to the Grand Tomato, and then we also got Tempestuous from our Pterodactyl on this carrot. So I was trying to explain that we're going to wait for my Spinosaurus to move that over to the Grand Tomato. All right, so I just got back from being AFK, and we did get our tempestuous moved over, but it looks like we still have not gotten sauce. Oh, we do have sauce on this grand tomato up here. So once this one is moved over, then we'll have all the pet mutations done. So I guess in the meantime, since we have everything else moved over, I'm gonna grab these 2 grand tomatoes here. And then we'll leave the sauce one and we'll get that moved over to our big grand tomato. Editing Bandites here again. Sorry to butt in. But for some reason, I guess besides my recording not working fully, my brain was also not working because I already had sauce applied to my grand tomato. As you can see, I have the spaghetti mutation already done, which is sauce, pasta, and meatballs. So I don't know why I didn't realize that. And I don't know why I sat here waiting for sauce to get moved over. I don't know what was going on in my head. And there we go. We now have sauce on our grand tomato, which is all of our pet mutations done. So yeah, it looks like if you get all 3 of the spaghetti sloth mutations, it just converts to spaghetti, which is pretty cool. But in total, we have 19 mutations. But if we separate some of these, like tempestuous, we'd have 20. Spaghetti would have about 23. Frozen would put us at 24. Harmonized chakra would put us at 25. And that would be 25 total mutations on a grand tomato. And since we've been at this for a couple hours, I think it's been about 3 or 4 hours since I started this, we are just going to go ahead and pick up our grand tomato and try and see what we can get for all of these mutations on it. I'm hoping that we can get a good value with Steven today. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up our grand tomato here with all these mutations. Look how big this thing is too. This thing is humongous. So I think this should be worth quite a lot of money. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and walk over here to Steven and we're going to check the value of our grand tomato. So what are we looking at today, Steven, with this grand tomato, which is technically has like 25 mutations on it? Okay, so this thing is worth 330 billion for this size and all of those mutations. I thought it might be a little bit more, like past the 500 billion mark, but that is still pretty good. I mean, look at this thing. This is humongous.